Steve here with Table Rock Tea Company. Yesterday we took delivery of our newest machine. This is a tea fixation machine, really just a tea dryer. One of the things that you'll find if you get into the business side or the farming side processing of tea is that there's a lot of machinery out there. They all pretty much look and do the same thing, but they'll call them different things and say, oh, it's used for this particular part of the process and not that particular part of the process. I think we've modified probably every single machine we've ever brought here. So same is going to happen with this one. I'll take you on a little bit of a walk around from it, but just know that I don't mean to disparage any of the tea snobs and artisans out there. We consider ourselves artisan tea producers, but the reality is there's stuff that withers it, there's stuff that dries it, there's stuff that packages it, and you know, you can keep things pretty simple. There's just modifications or versions or variants of those things. But let me show you what this thing does and you can check it out. So it's not hooked up yet. This is propane run, 220 volt tea fixation machine. Essentially it looks like a tumble dryer. What you've got is this barrel here, and it's got fins in there. I think the difference, honestly, that makes a tea fixation versus drying machine are these little pointy things, but not really a big deal. It just makes it so that the tea will actually rotate and fluff. You definitely want something with fins because that will move the product, versus if you just had a smooth barrel, the product will stay on the bottom and kind of do that. That's more of like a coating machine and things like that. On the back, there's a fan inlet for the air. On the top, there is a vent. Do this, that vents it off. Again, propane driven. You set your temperature. There's your gauge. And under here is going to be the ignition source, the propane source. It's a grill. I mean, it's just a grill. So you're going to have a flame that's going to heat up this barrel. The barrel is going to spin. The tea is going to be in there, and it's going to move it around. The moisture will exhaust out the top. And then when you're done, this one tilts, which is kind of nice. You can either go from there or use this handle, but it pitches forward, so you leave it spinning and it'll expel the tea. There are other ones that have kind of like, the fins are helical, and so if you reverse them, it'll push the tea out versus keeping it in. So that's basically it. It's not very big, which is good. I'm gonna have to modify the cables. This is one gripe I always have getting stuff from overseas. So this is a 220 with this little, wiggly plug, and we're gonna have to, of course, modify that for US stuff for sure. But yeah, nice. This will be a good size for small production. Hopefully it'll make things go a little faster than a stationary oven, but we'll see. This will also be probably the pilot that we're going to use for our, hey Jazzy, for our connectivity farmers. So if you don't know about that, you can check out our connectivity fund and what that does here at Table Rock Tea, setting up small scale farmers in developing countries. So we'll pilot this, see how it works, and hopefully that'll be a good match. So anyway, that's it. That's our new tea fixation machine. We're going to modify it, use it as a tea drying machine. You can use it as a, if you think about it, for those of you who like green tea, especially like the wok fried, essentially this is sort of an automated wok. If you think about what you do with a wok, right, you heat up the surface and you spin it around, it's doing the same thing. So you can actually use it to fix or kill green tea and kind of do like a mechanized walking, so to speak. So anyway, different strokes, different folks, it just like I said, all of these are going to get modified anyway, and how you use it is just part of the art of it, I guess. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned to see what else is brewing here at Table Rock Tea Company.